every milestone, every challenge, every aspiration. This honor belongs to every citizen who trusted us, supported us, and stood with us. You are the power behind our rise. Elevated by the people, crowned by the nation. Bank of Ceylon, bankers to the nation. What if banking is as flexible as your lifestyle? Access all your banking needs anytime, anywhere with BOC Flex. Secure biometric access, quick self-registration, customizable themes and widgets, online account opening, flexible fixed deposits with instant loans, seamless payments and multiple fund transfers. Your bank is now just a tap away. It's time to flex your life with BOC Flex. Download the app today. The Bank of Ceylon has been named Sri Lanka's most valuable brand for 2025 by Brand Finance Lanka. For over 8 decades, we have stood by Sri Lankans through every milestone, every challenge, every aspiration. This honor belongs to every citizen who trusted us, supported us, and stood with us. You are the power behind our rise. Elevated by the people, crowned by the nation. Bank of Ceylon, bankers to the nation. What if banking is as flexible as your lifestyle? Access all your banking needs anytime, anywhere with BOC Flex. Secure biometric access, quick self-registration, customizable themes and widgets, online account opening, flexible fixed deposits with instant loans, seamless payments and multiple fund transfers. Your bank is now just a tap away. It's time to flex your life with BOC Flex. Download the app today.
Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. It is my great pleasure to warmly welcome you all to UReS 2025, the 12th Undergraduate Research Symposium of the Faculty of Livestock, Fisheries and Nutrition of Wayamba University of Sri Lanka. This year, we are aligning with the theme, Fostering Innovations for Resilient Food Systems. Wayamba University, recognized as one of Sri Lanka's leading institutions, has continuously contributed to national development through excellence in education, research and innovation. The Faculty of Livestock, Fisheries and Nutrition stands as a center of academic excellence dedicated to producing skilled graduates equipped with scientific knowledge and practical expertise. Today's symposium, UReS 2025, serves as a platform to showcase the creativity, dedication, and research capabilities of our undergraduate students. It reflects their commitment to addressing real-world challenges and contributing meaningful solutions to the fields of livestock, fisheries, and nutrition. With great pleasure, we proudly present UReS 2025, the 12th Undergraduate Research Symposium of Faculty of Livestock, Fisheries and Nutrition. We thank every one of you for being here with us today at UReS 2025. In this virtual gathering, let us take this moment to pay tribute to Mother Wayamba. Please join us from your respective places for the University Anthem.
සුජාත ධරණි තලේ සුරන්ගතු සරසවි දිනිති අපේ අරුන්දති තරුවලසේ ලංකාම්බරයේ අරුන්දති තරුවලසේ ලංකාම්බරයේ කල් පැරකුම් කිවිනැන පහනින සුමඟුල් සමිඳුන් සිහවිරු අදනින හැම කල් රංජිත වයඹ යසෝරැස උරුමය වේ අපගේ උරුමය වේ අපගේ උරුමය වේ අපගේ උරුමය වේ අපගේ මල්පල සම්පත වොරන්දන කෙත් වතු අස්වනු සුරින් සපුරන නෙක් විදුනැන දහරින් ජය පොබයන මෙහෙවර වේ අපගේ මෙහෙවර වේ අපගේ මෙහෙවර වේ අපගේ මෙහෙවර වේ අපගේ ශ්‍රී ලංකා වයඹ දිසා සුජාත ධරණි තලේ සුරන්ගතු සරසවි දිනිති අපේ අරුන්දති තරුවලසේ ලංකාම්බරයේ අරුන්දති තරුවලසේ ලංකාම්බරයේ පෙරලා ඉසිවර නැන සමුදා සදාලන සරසවි මෞනි අපේ නව චින්තනයේ උල්පත් මතුකොට නව ලෝකය වෙත පියවර තබනු විවරණ තුන මැනවී 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 විවරණ තුන මැනවී
You are the coordinator of UReS 2025, giving us your inspiring guidance and untiring efforts to make today's event a success. So, I would like to invite Dr. Upamali Peris, the coordinator of UReS 2025, to deliver the welcome speech.
A very good morning to you all. It's a great honor and pleasure to welcome you to the 12th Undergraduate Research Symposium, UReS 2025, organized by the Faculty of Livestock, Fisheries and Nutrition, Wayamba University of Sri Lanka. Today, we come together to celebrate the remarkable achievements of our young researchers under the theme, Fostering Innovations for Resilient Food Systems. So this symposium serves as a platform where students showcase their innovative research, exchange ideas, and engage in intellectual discussions that drive the future. On this occasion, I'm truly privileged and honored to welcome the chief guest of UReS 2025, Professor E.M.P. Ekanayaka, Vice Chancellor of Wayamba University of Sri Lanka, and we are very grateful to you, sir, for honoring us with your presence today. I'm pleased to welcome our keynote speaker, Engineer Mr. Alan P. Bow, Marine Environment Expert, and Ms. Anais from Embassy of France in Sri Lanka and Maldives in Colombo. Thank you, sir and madam, for accepting our invitation and being here with us today. I'm honored to welcome you, Professor Gamika Pratapasinghe, the Dean of the Faculty of Livestock, Fisheries and Nutrition, Wayamba University of Sri Lanka, who guided us in planning, launching of UReS 2025 on every step of the way. On behalf of the organizing committee, a very warm welcome is also extended to all the deans of the other faculties, the heads of the departments, all the professors, the academic staff of Wayamba University of Sri Lanka to UReS 2025. I would also welcome the acting librarian, registrar, the Bursa of Wayamba University of Sri Lanka to UReS 2025. I welcome Ms. Achala Vijayakon, the Deputy Registrar of the faculty, all the administrative and non-academic staff who accepted our invitation and are present here today on this very special occasion. I would like to welcome the Director of ICT Center along with the staff who is facilitating and supporting this online symposium today. Also, my warm welcome is extended to the panel of judges who have joined here to evaluate the presentations of our young researchers. I also cordially welcome our sponsors and all the distinguished invitees who join us with us today. A special welcome goes to the student researchers presenting their work at UReS 2025, whose dedication and effort have brought forth valuable contributions to knowledge. We also extend our appreciation to academic supportive staff and student volunteers who have worked tirelessly to support and organize this event. Your enthusiasm and commitment play a crucial role in making this symposium a success. As we embark on this academic journey together, I encourage all participants to actively engage in discussions, provide constructive feedback, and take full advantage of this enriching experience. Let this symposium be a stepping stone for aspiring researchers, fostering collaborations, and igniting new possibilities for future explorations. Once again, I warmly welcome you all to UReS 2025. May this event be a fruitful and inspiring experience for everyone involved. Thank you very much. Have a very nice day.
Thank you, madam. The huge strength behind all of this success is definitely you, sir. I'm pleased to invite the Dean of the Faculty, Professor Gamika Pratapasinghe, to address the gathering.
Good morning, everybody. I warmly welcome you to the 12th Undergraduate Research Symposium of this faculty. This follows on from our successful undergraduate research symposia in the last 11 years and demonstrates the continued growth in research capability and diversity across the two degree programs of this faculty. And our aim this year is to further exploit our potential as an academic institution and highlight the recent research accomplishments of our undergraduates. Congratulations, dear students. You have generated a substantial amount of new knowledge this time also. And the theme for this year's UReS is fostering innovations for resilient food systems. Imagine a world full of uncertainties, scarcity of resources, and adverse climatic events. And yet, the food on our plates are uninterruptedly available. So in this context, although this year's UReS is conducted online, we have a very exciting program lined up for you today. And the research that you will see from our undergraduates cover a huge range of diversity from 4 major disciplines. And it is particularly impressive that some research studies are interdisciplinary, and such cooperative blending of diverse research is characteristic of this faculty, and it is widely appreciated and celebrated every year at this symposium. Also, you will see the collaborations with other universities, private sector, NGOs, and international bodies that mark a quality that we strive to achieve. The path to fostering innovations for resilient food systems demands collaboration between researchers, farmers, innovators, policymakers, and consumers. Dear students, as you present your research findings today, ask yourself, how can my findings contribute to a better world? Let's reimagine food as a force for healing, ensuring thriving lives, vibrant ecosystems, and a resilient planet. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much, sir. We are grateful for the time and effort you took to share your thoughts. Now I take the honor of inviting the chief guest of the day, Professor E.M.P. Ekanayake, Vice Chancellor, Wayamba University of Sri Lanka, to share his valuable thoughts on this special occasion.
Very good morning, ladies and gentlemen. Dean of the Faculty, Professor Gamika Pratap Singh, keynote speaker, Mr. Alan Pibot, a marine environment expert, and the plenary speaker, Ms. Anais from the Embassy of Japan, Embassy of France, heads of departments, all professors and academic staff, Dr. Pumali Piris, the UReS coordinator, all invitees, the presenters, students, ladies and gentlemen. I'm really glad to add my message to this particular event. The UReS Symposium held for the 12th consecutive time. As I understand, there are as many as 168 number of students presenting their research work. And this annual gathering, of course, celebrates intellectual curiosity, creativity, and the commitment of our undergraduates in advancing knowledge in areas vital to the nation and the world. And as you know, the significant population is feeling affected by the non-communicable diseases, and the recommended way of overcoming them is physical activity, medicine, and healthy food habits that should complement each other. In that sense, the theme addressed in this particular symposium, fostering innovations for resilient food systems, is very significant, because that is the more complex side of healthy food habits. So it is essential that we ensure the food security and the public health and sustainable livelihoods. And I'm glad to see that our undergraduates, the being led by our professional academic staff, engaging with pressing concerns and offering the fresh perspectives. And as you know, this symposium provides many opportunities for you to showcase your research findings to the research community, and they will be assessed by the academic staff. And I commend the faculty for the fostering a culture of research and innovation and creating this opportunity for you. Research is a significant pillar of the university activities, and I would like to extend my appreciation to the Dean of the Faculty, Professor Gamika Pratap Singh, and the UReS the coordinator, Dr. Pumali Piris, for sharing the burden of this the event, and the others, academic staff, organizers, and all who contributed to this event. This is another milestone in our march towards the academic excellence, and with my all best wishes, I extend my congratulations to you all presenters, and appreciate your the commitment to make this event success. Thank you.
Thank you so much, sir, for your encouraging words to our budding scientists. Ladies and gentlemen, now it's time for the keynote address. This time, we are honored to welcome our distinguished keynote speaker and plenary speaker, Engineer Alan Pibot, a renowned marine environment expert, and Ms. Anais Delba from the Embassy of France in Sri Lanka and the Maldives. I would like to invite the coordinator of UReS 2025, Dr. Upamali Peris, to introduce the keynote speaker and the plenary speaker to the audience.
Once again, a very good morning to you all of you. It's a great pleasure and honor to introduce the keynote speaker and the plenary speaker to UReS 2025. So first of all, I would like to thank Professor Sewandi Jayakodi from the Faculty of Livestock, Fisheries and Nutrition for coordinating and for nominating the keynote speaker and plenary speaker for the committee. So first, so I'm going to introduce the keynote speaker of UReS 2025. So engineer, Mr. Alan Peebo, he's a senior environmental and marine policy expert with over 30 years of international experience in marine and coastal ecosystem management, biodiversity conservation, environmental law, and public policy implementation. So he has proven leadership in directing large-scale projects within government agencies and international cooperation frameworks. His extensive fieldwork in overseas territories and maritime regions with strong expertise in marine protected areas, marine spatial planning, and stakeholder engagement will be very important for us to learn a lot from him today. So he's an experienced trainer and a speaker on marine ecology and governance. So he has kindly accepted our invitation to be here today because this was actually planned as a physical event. Even he actually accepted to be here in person as well. We had to convert this event to an online event. Then again, he kindly accepted our invitation to present his presentation online as well. So I'm also going to introduce our plenary speaker today, who is Ms. Anes Deba. So Ms. Anes works as an attaché for the educational, academic, and scientific cooperation at the Embassy of France in Sri Lanka and Maldives in Colombo. She also works for Campus France Sri Lanka, a French public agency that advises foreign students on studying in France. Ms. Delbert graduated from University of Paris, Pantheon-Sorbonne in 2013 with a degree in international relations. She has worked at French universities, the French National Center for Scientific Research, and the Ministry for Europe and Foreign Affairs in Paris. So she will provide Wayamba University students with the information they need to make the best choice for their studies in France. Ms. Anais, thank you so much for accepting our invitation and being here today for us. And thank you again, and over to you, sir and madam. Thank you.
Hi, do you hear me?
We do, thank you.
Yeah, okay, thank you. Thank you very much. I'm going to share my slides. So, Vice Chancellor, dear Professor, dear student, good morning, everyone. The university has done me the honor of inviting me to share a moment of reflection. I hope you see my slide. I don't
Yes, we
see.
do. Yes, we can see the slides.
Okay. So as I wasn't introduced, my name is Alan Peebo. I'm a biologist, and I've been working for over 30 years on the study, management, and conservation of ecosystem in tropical regions. So I'm currently a trainer at the Regional Center for Maritime Studies, and where I provide. Sorry, I just clean my I'm currently a trainer at the Regional Center for Maritime Studies of Colombo, where I provide training to civilian and military personnel from countries bordering the Indian Ocean on understanding the ocean, maritime practice, and environmental issue at sea. So, well, you are pursuing studies that will enable to you to develop expertise in the fields of agriculture, aquaculture, and fisheries. You are therefore at the root of the technical system that required a deep understanding of the natural balances that govern the world. Given the studies you are conducting, you are well placed to know that the water we drink, the air we breathe, our food, our medicine, and our building material are all come from ecosystem. So many ecosystem services on which we depend. All ecosystems are important, and you will learn that everything is connected. So through the water cycle, the carbon cycle, food webs, the atmosphere, and so on. But the transformation initiated in the last century, in fact, since the advent of motorization, the global expansion of industrialization, the massive consumption of fossil fuel, and the widespread artificialization of natural environments have disrupted the natural equilibria. The consequences are increasingly visible in the loss of essential ecosystem services, including the decline of fisheries resources, the degradation of soil fertility, the reduction in oxygen production and atmospheric carbon sequestration, the loss of productive coastal ecosystem, and the disappearance of potential pharmaceutical resources. This exploitation has also led to climate change, the serious effect of which we are beginning to feel. Like you, I studied agronomy and forestry, but today I will focus my talk on the ocean because it's now my specialty, and above all, because the ocean accounts for 99% of the biosphere. And more, it is the big regulator of our planet. We have forgotten this or never know it before, but we will have to learn very quickly to integrate it into our societal strategy. Ocean water are constantly on the move. It owns a large current that travels from one ocean to the next, often thousands of kilometers away. The largest of them is now at the ocean overturning circulation. This vast ocean current combined with atmospheric currents redistribute it across the planet, maintaining a 30-degree temperature difference between the equator and the poles. Without these currents, scientists have calculated that this difference will be 110 degrees. The pole will be completely and permanently frozen, and the intertropical zone will be too hot for human lives, leaving the habitat land area for 8.3 billion people highly inadequate. But this current does not only regulate the temperature. As it plunges to depth, the cold water carried with them the carbon dioxide then they have absorbed from the atmosphere. It is estimated that the ocean sequesters 30% of the carbon dioxide produced by humanity. This capacity could be a good news. Unfortunately, this increase the ocean organic dioxide leads to an increase in oceanic acidity, which complicates the life of organisms whose shell and skeleton is made of calcium carbonate, an element eroded by acidity. And finally, this large ocean current, as it rises along the continental slopes, bring to the surface a large quantity of nutrients from the degradation of oceanic organic matter, generating phytoplankton bloom, which are the source of a rich fish stocks in some regions, as it is the case for southwestern Sri Lanka. This graph, based on the sea surface temperature records, showed a steady rise of the sea surface temperature of the Bay of Bengal from 1920 to 2020. And the last data confirmed the trend. If temperature continue to rise, surface waters will become less cold and less dense, and ocean current will slow down. So tropical waters will cool less, rainfall will increase, leading to more flooding and soil erosion. Sri Lanka is already experiencing the frontline impact of this change. The cyclone detour of November 2025 was among the most severe storms recorded in the country. One of the underlying cause lies in the Bay of Bengal, which is already approximately 2 degrees warmer than its historical average. And it is well established that the intensity of tropical cyclone is closely correlated with ocean temperature. Sri Lanka is considered highly vulnerable to the impact of climate change due to its geographic location and its dependence on natural resources. The country is expected to experience a range of impact from climate change, including sea level rise, changes in precipitation pattern, increased frequency and intensity of extreme weather events such as floods, droughts, shift in temperature, and weather pattern that can affect agriculture and food security. Regarding the marine resources, the slowing of ocean current, water stratification, and rising surface temperature will lead to reduced productivity in fishing areas, such as the southwestern Sri Lanka shelf. The two pictures on the slide illustrate the concentration on chlorophyll A in normal year between May and August on the left, and the fishing effort on the right. There is no need to explain you the link between biological activity and fish stock. This biological activity is caused by the North India Ocean upwelling, which brings cold and rich water up to the surface. If the ocean current were to slow down, upwelling will be weaker, the productivity of Sri Lanka water will be lower, and the resources will be more difficult to exploit. Concentrating exploitation on a depleted resource will cause a rapid decline of fish population. While fishery resources account for 17% of the protein consumed by humanity, they account for over 50% of protein intake in Sri Lanka. So since the 1970s, early scientific observation began to draw attention to the accelerating degradation of ecosystem, the atmosphere, the hydrosphere, and the global ocean. In response, the international community gradually established a framework for environmental governance. This process began with the first Earth Summit held in Stockholm in Sweden in 1972 and was followed in 1992 by the adoption of two major agreements, the United Nations Framework Convention on Climate Change and the Convention on Biological Diversity. Hundreds of international meetings have been organized, but despite their effort, both climate stability and biodiversity continue to deteriorate. From all this work, an international agenda for the sustainable development of the planet has emerged. Despite the difficulties, 17 Sustainable Development Goals have been agreed by all the nations of our planet. I've been highlighted the goals that are particularly relevant to you here in your specialist fields: food, water, ocean, land, and biodiversity. So that's what strategy should we adopt? You might ask that what role can we play in global issues that are beyond our control? It is true that at our level, we cannot stop the course of climate change. However, we know now that healthy ecosystems are far more resistant. In most cases, they will be able to cope with the rise temperature if they are healthy and if there are ecological corridors in place allowing species to follow their climatic optimum. But in a world inhabited by more than 8 billion people, that will require a paradigm shift. This does not mean returning to the pre-industrial way of life, but it does require profound adjustment in our practices and priorities. You are studying at a university dedicated to food system, agriculture, and fisheries, which place you directly at the heart of this transformation. Agricultural and forestry practice, for example, have significant impact on ecosystems, but we need agriculture. So we need to change some practice. I won't go into detail about sustainable farming practice. You are already well aware of them. But in an island such as Sri Lanka, where important coastal ecosystem where seagrass bed and coral reef depend heavily on photosynthetic activity, increasing water turbidity represents a major environmental pressure. Agriculture and forestry activity contribute significantly to soil erosion, which increases sediment runoff and thus turbidity in coastal waters. Fisheries present another critical challenge. Marine resources suffer from their status of a common good, free from exploitation and nearly so. They are subject to that what is called the strategy of the common, that is irresponsible exploitation. There are several techniques for managing marine space. Managing pressure for land, silt, various pollutants, and the development of the coastline, which destroy coastal habitat. Secondly, managing marine pressure, marine pollution, overfishing, and practice not adapted to the fragility and sensibility of ecosystems like bottom trawling, and protection the marine area. The maps of the slide show Sri Lanka's coastal and marine protected area. International recommendation emphasizes the need to designate 30% of the country's land and sea as protected area, a third of which should be under strict protection. A huge effort is therefore still required to move from the current 1% of Sri Lanka's marine water under protection to the country's commitment to reach 30% by 2030. International experience shows that all three types of measures are essential and complementary. Wherever rules governing the use of the marine environment have been strengthened, marine personnel trained, and sea users made aware of the use and control, the ocean has gradually recovered. And globally, of course, we have to reduce our carbon emissions, transport, energy generation, waste incineration, and increase carbon sequestration by protecting ecosystems that naturally absorb and sequester the carbon and heat we produce, coastal marshes, lagoon, mangrove forest, seagrass bed, and restore them when it's relevant and possible, like in the very inspiring project of Wayamba Sanctuary. So to conclude, I would like to share with you a few friendly and humble thoughts on how we might continue to live as peaceful as possible on our beautiful planet. First, biodiversity degradation is profound and extremely concerning, but it is neither inevitable nor irreversible at this stage. Second, wherever strong measures have been implemented to reduce human pressure and adapt resource use to the sensitivity of ecosystem, nature has recovered and human societies have regained the ecosystem services on which they depend. Third, there is no environmental challenge for which we do not already know the solution. The argument that environmental protection is incompatible With economic development, it's simply false. Economic analysis, including those conducted by the World Bank, the International Monetary Fund, and the Food and Agriculture Organization consistently demonstrate that ecosystem degradation costs far more than its protection and sustainable management. And this is true for the entire population, just not government. This is why politician leaders must be trained and well supported to implement ambitious, sustainable governance strategies. And they must be supported by informed citizens who understand and embrace the necessary transition. But we must remain vigilant. The status quo is no longer an option. There is no planet B, and the stakes are global. The necessary changes are profound and significant, but they will not burden populations if the structural models underpinning our lifestyle and consumption pattern are transformed in favor of reasonable and sustainable practice. I wish you strength, courage, and ambition for a resilient and prosperous Sri Lanka in a peaceful world. Thank you very much for your attention, and I stay at your disposal with my email if you have any questions. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much, sir. Are there any questions to Mr. Allen? Thank you so much. It was really interesting and brought many insights. So if I get any questions, I would definitely forward to you, Mr. Allen, and then definitely we can address them a little later. Now, I invite Ms. Inez for your speech, please. Thank you.
Thank you so much. I will first share my slide, if I can. So, yes. Can you all see my slides?
Yes, we can see. Thank you.
Very nice. So, good morning, everyone. Bonjour à tous. My name is Anaïs Delbar, and as previously mentioned, I am the attaché for educational, academic, and scientific cooperation at the French Embassy located in Colombo. I work very much with Mr. Engineer Alain Pibault, who has just delivered his speech. And I'm also responsible for Campus France Sri Lanka, a French public agency dedicated to the promotion of studies in France. I am very delighted to be online with you today for the inaugural ceremony and the technical sessions of the 12th Undergraduate Research Symposium, Fisheries and Nutrition at the Sri Lanka. And I would first like to thank Dr. Sevandi Jayakodi and Dr. Upamali Paris for including the French Embassy in their program, as well as the Dean of the Faculty and the Vice Chancellor of the University for their warm welcome. So, as a representative of the French Embassy, one of my main goals is to foster relationships between Sri Lanka and French students and academics, and to encourage mobility and collaborations between students and academics in relevant fields for both countries. So the marine environment is one such field, and nutrition and food are also timely and necessary subjects to be discussed worldwide, as it was already described, well described by Alain Pibault and also by the Dean of the Faculty. So this presentation will be a bit different from the others, as it does not focus on sharing any research, actually, but I hope it will be also useful for students who are present today. And I thank them for being present today for my presentation, because maybe some of the students present here may want to continue their studies and research abroad, perhaps in Europe, perhaps in France. So I would like to see this opportunity to give a few information about continuing your studies in France, in your field, and how to do it. Bearing in mind that you could also go to France for a doctorate after the master's degree, and the procedure I will describe here will be quite the same. So why should you study or do research in France? You are at Wayamba University of Sri Lanka. You are nicely studying for your degrees with your amazing professors, and this is already quite challenging, I know that. So why would you take another challenge and go study abroad? I think it can be quite inspiring to go in another country, studying or doing your research in your field. I myself studied abroad for a couple of semesters, and I brought back my experience in France, and it turned out to be very, very valuable in my professional life. It opened my mind to other cultures and to other ways of studying and doing research in my field. And I think it can be a way also of linking your university with a university in France and building bridges to foster science and collaboration and help face all the relevant subjects that you are all studying now for the future of the planet, basically. So why France? France is known throughout the world for its culture, language, culinary traditions, such as the baguette, the croissant, cheese, you already know that. But it is still too little known for its universities and schools, although we have one of the top higher education institutions in the world. We have like 3,500 public and private higher education institutions. And we are very well ranked in the international rankings, such as the Times Higher Education or QS ranking. Probably you know them. Our scientific labs are also recognized worldwide. So every year we win Nobel Prizes and very often Fields medals in math. And I can say that the courses at the French public universities are of very high quality. I myself studied international relations at a public university in France. And it was a very, very nice time. And last but not least, what's interesting about studying in France is that you have easy access to other European countries without needing an additional visa. And also, few people know that we teach in English at universities and schools in most disciplines. I think this is, if there was one thing that you could bear in mind after my presentation, I think it would be that we offer more than 1,500 courses in English throughout France, your field included. I searched for bachelor's and master's degree in France in the nutrition field and food resilience, fully taught in English. And I had like 20 possibilities to apply to in private and public institutions all over France. So when it comes also to doing your PhD, there everyone speaks English. So you don't need actually to speak French to go study or doing your research in France. Although I think it's also nice to go there and have a little knowledge of French, but very basic, just to help you with the daily life. Studies are also much cheaper than in other European countries or in the United States or Canada and Australia. I know that most of the time studying abroad can be quite expensive. The tuition fees in institutions are already quite huge, and you have to add the cost of living. But in France, tuition fees are really low because we have a state-funded higher education system. So my third slide actually illustrates what I was saying about the variety of universities and schools in France, and gives you an overview of how many years you need to study in France to get a bachelor, so 3 years, to get a master, 2 years, and to do your PhD, 3 more years. I think in Sri Lanka, to get a bachelor, it can go to 4 years. So that's the only difference I see. So if you wish to study in France, I think that you should go into a public university because they are the best quality for studies and doing your research, and the costs are cheaper. So they are spread all over France. There are 75 universities across France, public ones. So lots of choices. This slide is about tuition fees in France in public universities for foreigners. There is the cost in euros and the cost in Sri Lankan rupees. So just to give you a rough idea about what to expect, because I often get this question about how much it is. And so you can compare if you have already done your research about the costs in other universities or private institutions outside of Sri Lanka. Now a question that everyone or almost asks, scholarships. How can you fund your studies in France? I have to say that for the past 2 or 3 years, this embassy has been offering 2 master's scholarships to France through an annual call for applications. But this year, unfortunately, it won't be the case because I've just learned that our budget is too little due to economic issues in France. So I'm a bit disappointed, but I hope we can soon... Sorry, I hear someone. Is there a question already? No. Okay. Feel free to ask any question and to interrupt. It will be a pleasure to answer all the questions you have. So there are other mechanisms to fund your studies. There is, for example, the FL scholarship at the master and doctorate level. It is awarded every year by the French Ministry for Foreign Affairs in Paris. And it is given to foreign students, whatever nationality, with excellent academic records. So, and I have just learned a few days ago that one Sri Lankan student has been awarded these prestigious scholarships in biology at a French public university for the next intake. So I think it could be, yes, there are possibilities for that. Universities and schools also offer scholarships, so it is important to ask them when applying. And there is also the Erasmus Mundus scholarships from the European Union, and it is for non-European students at the master level. And every year there are like between 5 to 10 Sri Lankan students going to France for their studies, and also in other universities in Europe, thanks to the Erasmus Mundus scholarship. And I know there are plenty in your field, so do not hesitate to come back to me to have some information about those possibilities. Now, how do you apply? What is the procedure if you do not live in France? So first, you need to find the right university or school with the right study program for you. You can write to the proper email address shown in its slide. And I will, together with other colleagues working also for Campus France Sri Lanka, guide you to the right institution for you if you need some assistance. You can also have a look at the Campus France Sri Lanka website, which can also help you with this. It lists all the information foreign students need to be able to settle in France, starting with study program catalogs. In English, in French, in schools or universities, in all disciplines. You simply enter your criteria and see what comes up. And you will have access to the contact details of the universities that you select, so you can apply to them directly. But first, I will recommend you to come to get, I'm available to guide you and give you the right information before you apply, to tell you which university and which school is the best for you. I think you should bear that in mind if you want to study in France. We are available at the French Embassy and Campus France Sri Lanka to guide you. So just now a few words about Campus France. It is not a school nor a university. It is just a national French public agency. And you see in this slide just one aspect of our website. It was established in 2010 in many countries around the world with the aim to promote French higher education abroad. So actually, there are many Campus France offices throughout the world, not only in Sri Lanka. And what we do is what that I was mentioning that earlier, is to provide free personalized counseling session for foreign students that want to come to France. And we help you build your study in France, your study project, from selecting the best program to the application for the visa, for the student visa, and even after, to help you settle in France for your studies. So have a look at our website. It is full of nice information. This slide is about Alliance Française in Colombo, because the Campus France office, where I have every week free counseling session about studying in France. This office is located in the Alliance Française of Colombo in Barnes Place. So I encourage you to drop by if you are planning to study in France, or if you are simply interested in French culture and language, because it is the French Cultural Center dedicated to French language and French culture in Sri Lanka. There is one in Colombo, there is also one in Kandy, one in Jaffna, and one in Matara and Gol. There is a library, cultural events organized for young and old, French lessons and exams. And I can say also that the French, the French cultural events are not only focused on French language, they are focused on many things, on showing Notre Dame de Paris and other very well-known museums and institutions in France, but they are also about environment, about raising awareness on the environment issues in French and in English. So, so please have a look at their website if you are interested. And finally, I invite you all to follow the Instagram account of the French Embassy to have updates and tips about French higher education, as well as news from our annual call for applications regarding scholarships in the scientific field, as well as in the academic field. And this is our email address if you wish to contact us at Campus France Sri Lanka. You can email us anytime. I remain at your disposal if you have any questions during this inaugural ceremony, and even after by email. And I thank you all for your attention, and I wish you a very productive session today during the technical sessions. And have a very nice day. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Ms. Anis, for the nice speech and for the information provided to our students. And we would like to take any questions, if anyone has any questions to Ms. Anis or Mr. Allen.
Oh, thank you very much. It's Anais again. I've just seen the questions about the presenter mode of the slides. I'm so sorry, I didn't see that, but I will share the slides with you. Sorry? I just wanted to add, this is Anais, that I will share the slides afterwards with you so that you are able to share it with the students.
Sorry. Yeah,
no, it's so good.
Hello, Mr. Allen. So I have a small question for you. So that this year it's predicted that the super El Nino conditions will appear in May-August period. So therefore, I would like to ask whether it's going to affect for the fish migrations in the ocean, Indian Ocean, especially the transoceanic fishes, the tuna varieties that we have, and our export industry largely depend on those the fishes. So therefore, I would like to ask whether this the predicted environmental conditions will have any effect on the normal migration pathways. Thank you.
Thank you for your question. It's true that we have some problem today with tuna and yellowfish tuna in particular, because there is some natural condition changed today, and since 2021 we saw we see a degradation of the tuna population and the migration of this tuna population. And despite an increase of the fishery effort, the quantity goes down. So we know today there is overfishing of these species, and there is a problem with the local area of alimentation of this tuna. So for the future years, we think we need to implement some rules on the fisheries, but the problem is the place where tuna come and will be fish. The place is beyond the national jurisdiction waters, and so you have to think about implementing special marine protected areas beyond the national jurisdiction waters. And perhaps you heard about the BBNJ treaty. It's a new treaty, and the Sri Lanka signed last year this treaty to be engaged in the implementation of regional MPA beyond the national jurisdiction. It's to respond to the decrease of the fisheries of tuna and the decrease of the population of tuna in all the region. Your question is very good, because we will have a big problem in the few next years for fishing the tuna. Yes. And it's because of the global change in the upwelling and in the chlorophyll and all the food webs in the region. Yeah.
Thank you, Alan. Okay. Any questions in this angle?
Are there any other questions? So, thank you very much, sir and madam, for your words. Both your talks actually generated our interests in research and in higher education, and I wish more students found that very helpful. Thank you, sir and madam. During the technical sessions, 168 final year students belonging to the 2 degree programs of the faculty, Bachelor of Science Honours in Food Science and Nutrition, Bachelor of Science Honours in Food Production and Technology Management, will present their research findings. The collection of the abstracts is published as an e-proceeding. We would like to thank the Editor-in-Chief, Dr. G. Nishanthan, and the editorial committee members for their dedication and hard work in compiling the proceedings of UReS 2025. This is the time to launch the proceedings officially. I would like to invite Professor E.M.P. Ekanayake, Vice Chancellor, Wayamba University of Sri Lanka, to launch the proceedings of UReS 2025.
Okay, thank you. I will officially launch the proceedings of the UReS.
Thank you very much, sir. Now it is available for the wider scientific community around the globe as a proud work of the Faculty of Livestock, Fisheries and Nutrition and Wayamba University of Sri Lanka. Now we are moving to another special event in recognizing the Best Student Inventor 2025-2026 from the final year research students. This year, we were thrilled to receive 10 inspiring applications, each reflecting remarkable creativity and innovation. To brief the outstanding creativity and innovativeness of our students and to introduce the Best Student Inventor, I warmly invite Dr. A.G.S.S. Darshani, the Chair of the Best Student Invention Selection Committee. Over to you, Madam.
Thank you and good morning to everyone. It's my great honor to introduce the Best Student Inventor of the year 2025-2026 as we celebrate innovation, creativity, and the incredible potential of young minds today. This year, we received 10 applications for the Best Student Inventor Award. All applications were carefully screened and marked according to the evaluation criteria set by the faculty. The evaluation panel consisted of 4 academic members representing 4 departments of the faculty. During the evaluation, we were impressed by the vision of each and every applicant who questioned the ordinary and transform ideas to reality. Among 10 applicants, upon agreement of all judges, we selected one brilliant mind shows how knowledge can be transformed into meaningful solution that impact industries as a Best Student Inventor of the year 2025-2026. The person who possesses that brilliant mind is Mr. B. Sudarshan, holding index number 218575. His innovation was HERTAP, an automation agent for digital livestock data management with near-field communication enabled callers. On behalf of the faculty, we congratulate Mr. B. Sudarshan. We are eager to see your continuous growth in scientific research, innovation, and their application in and out of the country in the future. Let's have a look on Mr. Sudarshan's innovation. Thank you.
Many livestock farmers in Sri Lanka still manage animal records using notebooks or memory. Because of this, important information like vaccination date, breeding records can be easily lost or forgotten. To solve this problem, we developed HERTAP, a WhatsApp-based digital livestock data management system designed specifically for Sri Lankan farmers. Startup combines NFC-enabled animal collars, a WhatsApp automation agent built using NI10, and Google Sheet cloud storage to create a simple and affordable farm data management system. The farmers simply send a message using predefined keywords such as birth, vaccination, milk yield, or disease records. The message is processed by the automation system, which validates the data, checks the duplicate entries, and securely stores the information in the cloud. Hertap provides several key features including multilingual support, automatic reminder for vaccination and breeding events, instant record searching, and duplicate data detection.
Thank you, madam, and congratulations to the winner on your achievement. Now, another special recognition which again brings us the pride to the university and to the faculty. I kindly invite Professor Harindra Champa, the chairman of the Research Development and Publication Committee, to introduce the special awardee for the research excellence at UReS 2025.
Good morning, distinguished audience. It's with immense pride that we recognize Professor Anoma Chandrasekhara, who has been ranked among the top 2% of scientists world for the 6th consecutive year in 2025. This distinction, based on the standard citation matrix author database compiled by Elsevier and Stanford University, places her in the first subfield of food science and nutrition and the second subfield of nutrition and dietetics. She has consistently appeared in this prestigious ranking since 2020. Professor Anoma serves as Professor of Food Science and Nutrition in the Department of Nutrition and Dietetics at Wayamba University of Sri Lanka. She pioneered a unique research program exploring the bioactivities and mechanisms of phenolic compounds in underutilized tropical foods, cereals, legumes, fruit and tubers, and herbs, advancing knowledge in wellness and disease management. Her scholarly contribution include over 50 refereed journal articles and book chapters, alongside more than 200 abstracts presented at international and national conferences. Beyond her publications, Professor Anoma's multidisciplinary impact is remarkable. She is an academic leader, an innovative food product developer, a recipient of numerous honors, an eminent speaker, and a reviewer for leading journals, including the British Journal of Nutrition. She also works on the editorial board of the Journal of Food Production, Processing and Nutrition, and is an accredited higher education teacher with the Staff and Education Development Association, which is SEDA in the United Kingdom. In short, Professor Anoma Chandrasekhara embodies the very essence of research excellence. We are deeply proud of her achievements and extend our heartfelt applause for this well-deserved recognition. Please join me in celebrating Professor Anoma Chandrasekhara.
Thank you, madam. And again, we congratulate Senior Professor Anoma Chandrasekhara for the achievement, and we are so proud of you, madam. Finally, we have arrived to the end of the inauguration ceremony of the UReS 2025. So, I would like to invite Ms. Pamod Dehasamarakon from 4th year to deliver the vote of thanks.
A very good morning, everyone. Distinguished guests, respected academics, dear colleagues, and friends. As we come to the close of inauguration ceremony of UReS 2025, it is my great privilege to deliver the vote of thanks on behalf of the undergraduate research students of the Faculty of Livestock, Fisheries and Nutrition of Wayamba University of Sri Lanka. First and foremost, I extend our deepest gratitude to our chief guest, Professor E.M.P. Ekanaka, the Vice Chancellor of Wayamba University of Sri Lanka, for honoring us with your presence and for your continued support in fostering a strong research culture within our university. We're equally grateful to our keynote speaker, Mr. Alain, and our plenary speaker, Ms. Anais, for sharing their invaluable knowledge and insights which have undoubtedly enriched this symposium and generated their career interest among our young researchers. My sincere thanks goes to the Dean of the Faculty, Professor Gamika A. Pratapasinghe, for his visionary leadership and unwavering guidance in making this event a success. I would also like to acknowledge the heads of the departments and all the professors and other academic staff members for their supervision, guidance, and encouragement, not only in the last 3-4 months with our research work, but also throughout the 4 years of our university journey. Our sincere thanks also goes to all the invited guests from other faculties, research institutes, and universities. We also humbly acknowledge the librarian, the registrar, and the bursar for your invaluable institutional support. We also acknowledge the efforts of the Deputy Registrar of the Faculty and the Deputy Bursar of the Makandara premises, along with all the other administrative staff members whose behind-the-scenes work made this event seamless. I also wish to warmly thank all the distinguished judging panel members for dedicating their valuable time for us. We cannot forget the support given by the director and the staff members of the ICT Center, Makandara premises, especially with this conversion of UReS into online mode. I would like to extend a special note of appreciation to the technical officers of the faculty for all the media support and all non-academic staff members for their dedication and support, which is deeply valued. We gratefully acknowledge our sponsors and partners, the Bank of Ceylon and Food Quality Management External Degree Program of Wayamba University, Sri Lanka, for your generous support and collaboration in making UReS 2025 a reality. A special thanks goes to the organizing committee of UReS 2025, led by the coordinator, Dr. Upamali Tiris, along with all the departmental coordinators and supporting committees for your dedication, commitment, and meticulous planning. And also my gratitude is paid to the members of the editorial committee for their hard work to bring us the proceedings for the UReS 2025. I would like to thank the Dean's Office staff for their support in handling arrangements and logistics with great efficiency. A heartfelt gratitude extends to all the research supervisors and external supervisors for your guidance and mentorship, as well as to the lab staff and field staff for your technical support throughout the research process. A special word of appreciation goes to the third-year volunteer students for their support. Finally, I thank all my colleagues for your contribution in making this symposium a meaningful and successful event. The symposium may conclude today, but the ideas shared, the connections built, and the inspirations ignited here will continue to grow far beyond this moment. Thank you.
Thank you so much. There are few notices. The technical sessions will commence at 10:30 a.m. Session details have been already shared. please make sure to join with your relevant Zoom session links. As we conclude today's program, let us show respect and pride as we honor our national anthem.
Sri Lanka Mata, Appa Sri Lanka, Namo 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 Mata. Sundara Sivarini, Surani Ati Sobhamana Lanka. Raya Danaya Mekamal Valaturu Diri Jaya Bhumiya Ranya. Appa Hatta Sapa Siri Setta Sadhana, Jivana Mata. Vilikanu Mena Appa Bhakti Puja, Namo Namo Mata. Appa Sri Lanka, Namo 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 Mata. Upame Appa Vidya, Upamaya Appa Satya, Upame Appa Shanti, Appa Hada Tula Bhakti, Uppa Appa Aloke, Appa Ge Anuprane, Uppa Appa Jeevanane, Appa Muktiya Upade. Nava Jeevana Devini, Nithina Appa Kubudu Karan Mata. Jnana Veeda Vadavani Naragena Yanu Mena Jaya Bhumikara. Ekmavata Gedanu Kala Vedina, Yamu Yamu Vinopama. Prema Vada Sarvaveda Duragara, Namo Namo Mata. Appa Sri Lanka, Namo 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 Mata.
As we conclude UReS 2025, we extend our heartfelt thanks to everyone who contributed to its success. Wishing you continued success in your academic journey. Thank you very much, and you all are welcome for technical sessions. Thank you so much.